It's that time of year again. The Sephora savings event is here and I have quite the haul to share with you guys. Today's video is actually sponsored by Sephora and I'm so honored to be working with them as someone who has shopped with them for so many years. What makes this event so special is it's one of the only times where you can get a almost site-wide discount on all your favorite things at Sephora and also on some holiday gifts, maybe some gifts for yourself. And the event just kicked off today for Rouge members, November 1st. You guys get to shop and save 20% on almost everything on Sephora. Now there is different discounts depending on your Beauty Insider tier. So if you guys are a VIB status or a Beauty Insider status, you guys get to shop November 5th. And VIB is going to get 15% off. Insider is going to get 10% off. But if you guys are shopping any of the Sephora collection, which is Sephora's own beauty line, they have a ton of makeup, skincare, brushes. You guys actually get to save 30% on Sephora collection, which is such a good deal. Sephora collection has some amazing products at a really great price point, and I did pick out a couple today that I'm going to share with you as well. To get your discount, you're just going to go ahead and enter the code SAVINGS at checkout. You also get free shipping. I'll have all this information down below because I know it's a lot to remember, but yeah, if you guys are Rouge, you get to start shopping now, and I will have all the products I have in this video linked down below as well, so you guys can shop straight from the video. Now let me get into everything I bought. You guys know how I do these videos. I like to try everything on for you as well, at least almost everything I could, so that I can kind of give you guys a first impressions. But I kind of shopped for some gifts and a lot for myself. I love reviewing and trying new beauty products, so I go a little crazy. There has been some really good palette launches lately, and some I picked up before this event, but this beauty right here came out just in time to save a little money. This is the new Huda Beauty Icy Nude palette, and apparently this is going to be Huda Beauty's last big palette. I know everyone's saying it's their last palette ever. It's just their last big palette. I feel like big palettes like this aren't trending as much anymore, and I am kind of sad because these are just iconic. I always look forward to what Huda's going to come out with for their holiday palette, and I am really excited about this one because I love my icy cool tones. So this right here is so beautiful. I did put this one on my eyes today, and there is definitely some glitter shades in here. They look a little chunky in the pan, but once you smooth them onto the eyes, they do just smooth out and glide on, and they look extra sparkly. I feel like sparkly shadows have kind of been all the rage lately. So this palette right here has definitely a different glitter formula than I'm used to. These are definitely more shimmery than the typical Huda palette. I did play with the mattes as well, and I did notice the mattes seem a little bit more like they have a little more fallout this year, but not necessarily is that a bad thing. It kind of reminds me of Anastasia's mattes, where they're very blendable and buildable, but you just have to make sure you're tapping the excess product off before you're going in on the face, because you don't want to get any fallout, because they do have a little bit of powder kick up to them, which I don't think they usually do that much. So I don't know if she is experimenting with some different formulas in this one, but I think this is such a fun palette for the holiday season, especially if you want a little glitz and glamour. And I do think it's different than her other ones in the line. Like, I thought last year's was pretty cool tone, the pretty grunge, but I don't know, this one has a little more glimmer to it, and it might be even cooler, more icy than the pretty grunge. I can definitely see myself going into this palette quite often. I know I also bought the Makeup by Mario Moonlight more cool tone palette, but I kind of like this color scheme a little bit better because I still have some pinks, I still have some purples, and there is this really pretty kind of champagne. So it's not just cool tones, it's just kind of icy and a little more muted than usual, and I think it is gorgeous. So I definitely recommend getting this one with the extra discount. So I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of TikTok, YouTube videos of everyone's wish list for the event, and this was on so many people's wish list. I have not heard of this before, so I picked this up. It's called Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. So many people were raving about this. Now, I personally have more oily skin, so I was very curious to see if I'm going to like something like this, because it's described as a weightless elixir to perfectly melt with the skin for a gorgeous, soft focus semi-satin finish. It has blue light protection, vitamin C, and subtle pearls to kind of maybe add some glow. I'm a little bit worried about glow because I don't like to have too much of a glowy primer, but this could work well with some of my more mattifying foundations. So let's do a little swatch here. People said this was like so blurring and so beautiful on the skin. Ooh, that does look good. It feels like a gel finish. And I feel like the glow is more of a watery glow. It's not like sparkle, glitter, highlight glow. So I feel like this could definitely work. And I do feel like it does give an overall blurred effect compared to this hand that has nothing on it. Kind of just looks like it has a little bit of a filter going on. So yeah, I saw this on so many people's recommendation, and I really haven't tried much from the brand, so I'm excited to see how this works. I'm trying to be more open to different products and not just using all matte things all the time, because there's definitely a time and place for glowy makeup, and it's definitely more flattering sometimes. Now that this has kind of sunk into the skin, this feels really soft, and yeah, I do feel like it has a little bit of a blur effect. I actually am going to try this foundation again. I picked up the Haus Labs Triclone foundation, and the first time I was like, I don't know if I can make this work. It is a little bit more of a slightly dewy foundation, and typically, again, I go for the mattest of all the matte, but now I actually finally have some really good primers in my collection that I can use with almost any foundation now. And this one's not like overly glowy, like it's not Patrick Ta glowy, nothing like that. This one I definitely feel like works. I actually have it on right now, and I feel like it looks so good. I paired it with my One Size Oil Sucker primer, and that did the trick. Like, this looks really perfected, and the Haus Labs one, it just looks a little bit more glowy on the skin because it has skincare in the foundation. This is actually one of the top selling foundations at Sephora right now, and Haus Labs is Lady Gaga's brand. So, I mean, I'm so glad I gave this another try. This looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. Perfect to pair if you're more oily. Pair it with that mattifying primer. I have the shade 150 Light and Neutral, and yeah, it looks very flawless, so stunning on the face right now. It's so flattering, doesn't sink into fine lines. I think it looks beautiful, and I can't wait to play with this a bit more. I do have a couple powders here. One's new, one is a restock. So I did restock on my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. Mine is almost gone. I shared it in my recommendations video, but I'm so excited because they actually finally came out with this in a fragrance free version, which I feel like this actually just replaced the Easy Bake in general. It's fragrance free. It's the same formula we know and love, but just without the heavy scent. This has been my holy grail setting powder for years now. Nothing tops this. I use it under the eyes. I use it all over the face. It just smooths so nicely under the eyes. It also smooths. You can get like the pink one to brighten if you want, but it's such a tried and true. I've gone through so many of them, but they actually do last quite a long time. Even using it daily, you only need a little bit. But I love Huda's Easy Bake, and I'm so happy they now have it in fragrance free. And then I wanted to go ahead and try this one too, just because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it, and I actually got to go to a Makeup by Mario masterclass when I was at Sephora, so I became a little more interested in his line, and he came out with the Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder. So he also has a blur powder here. I wanted to get two because I wanted to try his pink one, but I decided to just go for the neutral one that I could use all over the face. Today I just tried it under the eyes, and I feel like it looks actually pretty good. It definitely softened right away. I'm a little nervous to use it all over the face just because I don't know how well it's going to work for mattifying, but so far under the eyes this is really pretty. I've been trying to find a good replacement for my beloved Givenchy. That unfortunately the formula changed and now it's really glowy, so I want to give this a try. Let me know if you know if this is a good like face setting powder too for oily skin. Speaking of Makeup by Mario, I forgot about this gem right here. I finally picked up his Master Mattes palette. He actually has two. I didn't know that, but when I was in store, I actually went for the neutrals one, and these are just full-on matte palettes. And I used to not really be into that. I like kind of a mix with shimmers and mattes together. But now I've been using a lot of single shadows, the glittery shadows by themselves, and kind of dipping into more of my indie shadows too, like from Cleona and stuff. And I need like good mattes to go with those. So I really wanted to try this one. Now this one definitely looks a little more cool toned than it did in store, but I feel like there's still some nice neutrals in here. I probably wouldn't use the gray as much, maybe if I was going for more of a smoky eye, but the other one looked a little bit too warm. So I usually go for more cool tones. In general, I have a cool undertone in my skin, so I feel like this was going to be really flattering. And I like his matte formula, and especially after trying the Moonlight palette, I was really impressed with like the matte black in there, and I feel like this is going to be really good too. I feel like this just gets recommended over and over, so I finally picked one up for myself, and I feel like this will just be a nice staple to have in my collection to pair again with some of my singles that I have and some of the fun glitter shadows that are coming out. I did order the Patrick Ta ones on his site, so I'm excited to get those in too. This is a really fun set that I would definitely recommend this year. This one will go really fast. This one is from Makeup Forever. I didn't buy a lot of the sets this year because I own so many of the full size that just doesn't make sense for me, but if you are shopping this Sephora event, I always recommend looking at the gift sets. But this is such a good one because it contains 5 of the best colors in the Makeup Forever artist pencils, and these are very famous for being the best lip liners, but also they're such a good eye crayon too. You can use them for both, but there's certain shades I like for the lips and certain ones I like for the eyes. Like for instance, this bright white is gonna look so good. I love a good bright white on my lower lash line still. They also have a really nice black. I used the brown today, and it's really nice and creamy, but also long wearing. It doesn't disappear off the waterline. But then you also get 2 of their most popular lip liner shades. And this is a mini size, by the way. These are like half sizes, but I still feel like it's such a great value. So in the lip liners, you do get Anywhere Caffeine, which is like my everyday color, and also Wherever Walnut, which is another favorite of mine. So these are like the perfect neutral lip liners. One's a little more cool, one's a little bit more warm. So you literally have everything you need in this set. It is such a good formula and such a great value too. And speaking of Makeup Forever lip liners, I was gonna do lips a little bit later, but I figured I would mention this one. But I didn't know that they had extreme lip pencils. So I'm always struggling. I feel like the original Makeup Forever pencil actually lasts pretty long. Does it last all day? No. But this one is supposed to last really good, and I feel like that's always a drawback with lip liners. They'll go on really creamy, but then you eat lunch and it's gone. So I need something that's gonna stay, and this one seems really promising. I'm excited. So I actually picked up my favorite color, Anywhere Caffeine, in this new extreme version, which is supposed to be more long wearing. I am so excited. Here is a swatch. I'm gonna let that set, and then we're gonna try and move it because I have a feeling this is not gonna budge. Oh yeah, it's actually staying really well, and I still didn't set it down. It does budge a little bit, but it is staying pretty well. I did pick up just a couple cheek products. I've been going blush crazy all year, so I really didn't need a whole lot. But this House Labs blush I've seen recommended many times, and I was unsure of how this color would look on me. I have a few of her blushes, and they are amazing. They are so pigmented, and you get full color right off the bat, but they blend so nicely. I love these. So I picked up the color Fire Moon, which is a little bit more warm. Like, I am cool tone, but I can still wear some fun kind of warm colors like this too. I have this on right now, and I actually feel like it looks very beautiful. It's that perfect like toasted terracotta kind of color that's so pretty for fall and winter time. Like this with the fall eye look, chef's kiss. But you guys can see how like pigmented these are. They're so soft, and I feel like even if you have fair or light skin like me, you can definitely get away with this one. But you can also wear this one if you're a more medium skin tone too. Like I said, these blushes are so pigmented, but I just use a light hand with them, and I think this actually looks stunning. I was a little worried about how it would look with the pink, but I think it's just a really nice everyday blush color. So I have a new House Lab shade. Eventually, I feel like I'm going to own the whole line of them, but they are so good. And then this is from a Sephora collection. So again, this will be 30% off, but I have heard some really good things about their contour stick. I actually picked up one of their powder bronzers in the last Sephora savings event, but I actually heard, I think it was Christina, by Christina Studio. I believe she's the one who said that this was amazing, and this was sold out for the longest time, and it's finally back in stock. But I'm usually a powder product girly, but I have to try this. It says blendable cream to sculpt and define. I got the shade Fair to Light, which is a really nice, more cool tone color. You can see that nice cooler undertone here, and it seems like it blends out really good too. So I am so excited to try that. I mean, Sephora collection has some real nice products, and with the 30%, this is going to be so affordable. I do have one more complexion product, and then we can move on to lips. This is also from Sephora collection. This is one of their newer launches, and I've heard, again, really good things about this. I think Makeup by Cheryl. I've seen rave about this one, but this is the Reveal the Real Soft Radiant Skin Tint, and I usually, even though this says radiant, I know Cheryl has more dry skin, but I usually like a lot of the same stuff as Cheryl. And Cheryl has said she usually likes a lot of the more mattifying products. So I think this is going to be really nice. I was in store kind of testing all the shades, and I went with 130N Fair. This one I think you need to shake up a bit, but it seems like it would be really lightweight on the skin. It is more of a liquidy, watery consistency. Oh yeah, it is pretty lightweight. I actually got quite a bit of product there, but yeah, it seems like it's going to be nice and thin on the skin, and I can see a little bit of a glow too. We'll just have to try it with our mattifying products, but yeah, I've heard really good things about this. I think it has pretty great reviews, so definitely something to look out for to use that 30% on. All right, moving on to lips. I have a few products here. Summer Fridays is one of my favorite lip balm brands, and they came out with a new hot cocoa lip balm. These are just so nice, and they all smell so good. Let's see, I think this one, oh yeah, it has a nice light brown tint, but they're not super pigmented, so it's just going to be a wash of color. Oh my god, it smells so good. It does smell like hot chocolate. Yum. These are my favorite lip balms. I literally buy every single new one that they come out with, so I had to get this one as well. They are so smooth on the lips. I feel like they look very juicy. They're not like a super thick balm, but they're just enough, and I think they're so hydrating and so pretty. I love all the different colors they have. The tinted ones I think are so fun, and they all smell so good, so I'm really excited they did a fun hot chocolate one for the holidays. Another fun little balm set I got, this I saw from House Labs when I was in store, and it had a new lip glaze in here, so I had to grab this. It's just their hybrid lip glaze duo. Love, love, love this formula. This one I think is like a limited edition holiday one in honey shimmer. I haven't seen them do shimmer ones before, so I picked this one up, and that's what I have on my lips right now. But these are more thick in consistency, not sticky, but they're thick, so they're gonna look really plump. Like, my lips look so plump right now with this on. I feel like the shimmer definitely helps too. I just have this with a little bit of lip liner, so it does come with a full size of that. But you also get a little mini size too in the color Persimmon, which I'm not sure if this is a normal shade in their line or just limited, but like this will still last you quite a while. So I thought this was just a cute little set with some colors I didn't have yet in these lip glazes. These are another thing I'm like, I gotta collect them all because they're so good, but that's just kind of a nice lighter pink tone. But I'm obsessed with these, and so I'm so excited that they had a little gift set this year. And then this, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Okay, so this is from Dior, and this is their Sequin Liquid Lip. It's a transfer-proof liquid lipstick that is gonna sparkle, okay? So this is all my store had left, is the bright red, which I feel like this is perfect for the holidays. And if I want a red, I definitely want it to be transfer proof. So this is just in their 999 sequin. It does have other colors too. But these, I don't know if the sequin is going to show up in the swatch, but I will show you guys a lip swatch. I think when you rub your lips together, that's when the sequins will come out. But it is just this bright holiday red. But yeah, I have to show you guys on the lips. But I am so excited for this. I think it is such a fun product. I know brands that used to have this in the past. I think Ciate London did something like this years ago when they actually used to be on Sephora, but now this trend is kind of coming back, and Dior is killing it with that because those are all sold out in my store besides that red. And then I did want to show you guys, I bought this single shadow. I've had my eye on this for a while. This is from Too Faced, okay? Like I said, I'm obsessed with the glitter shadows, and I had my eye on this color. I've been hearing really good things about them. My friend Allie Dawson raves about them all the time. I feel like she wears this color too. But yeah, this is their Disco Crush. It's an eye and face sparkle, but this is going all over my eyes. In Show Off, this is just such a pretty one and done shade. Like, are you kidding? That is beautiful. It's a nice thinner glitter. I honestly am so impressed. Like, I didn't know Too Faced would do something like this, but oh, look at how iridescent and beautiful that is. Like, I'm going to love that just all over the lid. That is absolutely stunning. These are expensive too. I think they're in the upper 20, or maybe, I don't know if they're quite $30 range, but sometimes I will pay a higher price for a pearly, fun glitter shadow like that, because I honestly use these so much. Even more, I'm reaching for those over some of my palettes lately. Okay, this is the longest haul of life, so we need to hurry up a bit. Okay, so we're done with makeup, finally. But I do want to talk about fragrance. You know I'm such a fragrance girl on my channel, especially if it's vanilla, especially if it's a gourmand. I'm here for it. But one of the best things you can buy during the Sephora savings event are the favorite sets, the beauty ones or the perfume ones. This is $95 plus your extra discount, but you get samples of all of these fragrances included. So you get to try them all, make sure you like it, wear it for a day or two, and then you get to pick out your favorite and get a full size. There is a certificate in here for a full size, so no, you are not paying $95 for samples. You're paying $95 for the samples and a full size. If you are wanting to get the most bang for your buck, I'm gonna say you're gonna want to get the Tom Ford perfume. Definitely keep track of what sizes you can redeem for, because some of them are a good deal and some of them aren't. Some of them you're gonna get a different size, like the Fenty perfume is 1 ounce. Charlotte Tilbury, you get a 3.3 ounce, so that's a big bottle. Gucci is gonna be 1 ounce, so definitely like read those so you can make sure you're getting a good value. I also picked up the cologne one because I'm gonna gift this one as well. Perfect for any men in your life. They get samples of all of these, and then they get to redeem for a full size. If they don't want to go into Sephora, they can do it online, or just tell them to give you the certificate and you'll get it for them. I know some guys don't like to go in, but I just think these are some of the best things you can get during the Sephora savings event. I did pick up some perfumes, so let's get into that. I've been waiting for this discount. So I did get the Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit. I don't know if you guys remember, but this came back last year and it sold out so fast. It was the rage because this is like the perfect holiday perfume. Now what's interesting about Ginger Biscuit, not everyone likes it, and I'm a gourmand girl, and this is a gourmand for those that don't usually like the super sweet gourmands, because this is a more fresh gourmand. You're getting like fresh gingerbread spice in here, and it seems like it would be really light at first when you spray it, but I actually find that it lasts throughout the day. It's not the strongest projection. Not everyone's gonna smell you, but it lasts fine. Jo Malone scents are usually meant to be layered, and they have some that are a little bit more intense than others. I think they usually say intense on them, but Ginger Biscuit, if you don't usually like gourmands, honestly try this. It smells like Christmas to me, and it's been growing on me. As much as I wish it would smell like a gingerbread cookie with vanilla icing and super gourmand, it's just not that, but I have grown to appreciate this one, and I think the bottle is absolutely beautiful. I also got the new Glossier scents. So Glossier You, their original perfume, has been iconic for many years, and they finally came out with 2 other versions of You. This one is probably my favorite. This is the You Rev. This one smells a little bit makeup-y, like it almost has a makeup scent to it, a lip balm scent to it. It's a little bit of cherry with like a musky woodiness to it that reminds me of a makeup smell, which is so interesting, but it kind of gives me all the feels. and I think this smells so good. This is my favorite from Glossier yet. I like this even better than the original You. Like if you're looking for just a bit more oomph to the original, if you want some extra like sweetness, some cherry deliciousness. We also have this one, which is You Do, and to me this is so pretty too. Honestly, I like both of these better than the original. I can kind of get the essence of the original in here, but it's also very soft and slightly sweet when you first spray it, but it's still going to be a little bit woody in the base. But this is kind of more of those who want a very subtle perfume, something close to the skin. The original You kind of changes on everyone and smells different on everyone, so I'm wondering if these are kind of like that as well. But You Do is definitely more subtle. I love the red version though. This one is so good. Glossier also dropped a body cream in the original You scent, and this is good stuff, you guys. It smells just like the perfume, which is kind of crazy, but I honestly love the texture of this. I think it's so nice. I feel like the scent is pretty strong too, but it is so moisturizing. It's not too thick. It's nice and lightweight on the skin. It sinks right in and it feels hydrating. So you guys know layering scents is key to making your scents last longer. You can layer this new cream with the new perfumes or layer it with the original. But I really like this, and I am impressed with the new You body cream, so I had to mention that. This is another little body care set that I would definitely recommend. I had to pick this up because I am obsessed with the cinnamon body butter. They didn't come out with a full size this year, I don't think, but they do have it in this set, which comes with a deluxe size. This is their best smelling one. I did try the one with the caramel and the marshmallow, and I was less than impressed with that one. But this one smells so good. It smells like cinnamon roll dough. It is delicious. I have so many backups of this, so had to add another one to the collection. But this set also comes with a limited edition Plush Pudding lip mask in the same scent, and this is a lip mask that I also really enjoy. I had this one sitting at my bedside table for the longest until I used it up just in their original scent, which is kind of like a vanilla. I love this because it literally twists up and it comes out of here and then you just apply it. And yeah, it does smell like the cream. This is a really nice moisturizing mask. It doesn't really add any color, but like I said, this is one I love to use before bed. So I'm excited to have it in this cute little set. And yeah, that's the only way you can get this cinnamon body butter, which I highly recommend. I did pick up a new moisturizer. This one was from Sephora collection. I feel like it was a really good price. And this is their Nourishing Moisturizer for Skin Barrier. I love barrier repair moisturizers because I find them to be really hydrating, but also I do use some heavier products here and there, and sometimes my skin doesn't always react great, so I really want to kind of strengthen that skin barrier. If you find that your skin's like really sensitive to products, you may have oversensitized it, this is going to really help with that. But I honestly think this is going to be just a really great evening moisturizer, maybe after I did a more chemical exfoliant on the face, or maybe after I did my retinol cream I want to add a little bit more moisture in. This will be, I think, a good one for that. I absolutely love this Pureology leave-in conditioner, and they have a ginormous size of this, but I just ran out, so I figured I would pick up some more with the extra discount. And yeah, I definitely bought the 13-ounce bottle because I go through this very quick, but pretty much I'm very basic when it comes to my hair. And I like a good leave-in conditioner that doesn't weigh my hair down, and this one is perfect. It works for all hair types. It also helps with your color fading and helps be able to brush out your hair. It has 21 benefits to it. It has heat protectant as well, detangles, makes your blow drying easier and faster. It smooths your hair down, so it does a lot, and it's one of my faves. This is actually a new find for me, but this is from Day. I saw they came out with a styling taming wand, and I have the worst flyaways. I get a lot of frizz since my hair is so fine, so I'm always having to tame them, and I just ran out of the gel that I was using, and I figured I would try this out, and it actually feels really good. It has a huge wand. I just put some on earlier, but yeah, the wand is huge, and you just kind of flick this through where you have some flyaways on the hairline, and this will just set them down and set them in place and hold them there without being too crunchy again. This you can use for a slick back bun as well. I personally have never done a slick back bun because I always feel like I have to have some type of hair in my face or hanging down. I do not like how my hair looks up for some reason. It's just because my face is so round. So I've never done a slick back before, but I do need help with flyaways, and so I think this is going to be awesome for that. That's going to complete this insane Sephora haul. I have been waiting for this and adding to my wish list, and I think we got some really good things here. Everything will be linked down below. Again, thank you to Sephora for sponsoring this video today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are picking up for the savings event, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.